Hello today, Amberlynn went live addressing the whole Erica situation type deal. If you don't know, Erica and her wife was on live with a Lordy, it's Jordy yesterday, last night explaining the whole Amberlynn relationship situation. I'm going to play clips from both of the lives. Also, if you are late to the party, Erica is Valentine. I will also be giving my opinion on this situation. Now let's hear Erica and her wife part of the story.
What had happened is after the Boohoo breakup with Wifey, we have been avid watchers, Hater Nation, for years.
Oh.
So I told Erica, we follow everybody, all of them. I told Erica, I said, I wonder if you message her if she would reply. She's like, I don't know, let's try. So she actually did respond. It took her less than 5 minutes.
Oh.
And I actually have a co-star here. The famous Erica is with me. If you would feel free to want to ask her any questions.
Was the reaching out to Amberlynn done to kind of troll? Was it done as a joke?
Yeah, absolutely. That was all it was in the beginning.
In the beginning?
In the very beginning, yeah. That is how the whole thing started.
Okay. And then were there feelings getting involved? Did moods kind of change?
So there's nobody better to tell you this from the person themselves. So I'm going to put Erica on for you.
I'll admit I'm a big piece of shit right now, and I'm admitting that. And everyone that's watching, I do apologize. This got way out of hand. Shouldn't have gotten out of hand, and I made a mistake. And if I could take it back, I would. So what happened was, why I messaged her was she posted some TikTok or something talking about masculine or something like, what's your type? And I was like, mask women. And I looked at Brittany, I'm like, should I do it? And she's like, yeah, like do it and see if she responds. And I did. And so I played the game for a little while, and then, it started becoming a problem because I guess Amberlynn started becoming attached, as far as asking me questions, as far as like, what am I doing? Why didn't I respond within so much amount of time, like clocking my response minutes? And
little backstory to this though, Amberlynn was very much aware that I was in the picture. Let's get that really clear. She knew the whole time that I was in the picture.
Yes.
So when you first reached out to her after she had ended things with Wifey in the summer of last year, you made it known that you were married reaching out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we are not a married couple she was intertwined with.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I said we were not the only married couple she was tangled with. She was talking to other married couples as well.
Well, have you been seeing everything that's been going on the past week with this Tommy girl?
Yeah, and the funny thing about that is 16 hours after I called on to this crazy nightmare that was happening, Tommy all of a sudden had a ticket. 16 hours after I found out and after everything was severed, Tommy was on a plane trip. So the whole time that Erica and her were talking, she was also talking to Tommy and many other people. So, I don't know why we're getting the pushback and no one else is.
16 hours after Erica and Amberlynn ended things on Instagram, Emily had bought a plane ticket and had gone and visited.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Because a lot of people have been saying over the past day and a half that they were the same person, that Erica and Emily were the same person.
Yeah. Erica is Valentine. That is Valentine.
Okay.
Things started getting more involved between me and her, and she kind of used her BPD as a crutch, saying, me not responding to her in like a timely manner, triggered her, and so it was almost like I was being like forced to react to her and to interact with her, and so she was like, you're always choosing your wife, you're always choosing her, and it was Valentine's Day, and she's like, you never choose me, I'm always the second option. But meanwhile, before all this had happened, she was talking to, I'd say like, I want to say 2 people at the time. It was some girl named Abby and then some other girl named Danielle. And then like Alexis, of course, like was her friend, but Amber has said things over the phone I can't prove through text about Alexis and her ordeal, but I'll get into that later. So things just kind of felt uncomfortable, and I kept interacting. We were in an emotional relationship. She was feeding me the shit she feeds everybody else, and I fell for it. And I'm not a victim. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not a victim. My wife is a victim of this. I should be the one getting the backlash of this. I made this stupid mistake. I was stupid for it. If I could take back, I would. So yeah, I entertained, led on Amberlynn, gave her what she wanted. She asked for screenshots of my messages of who I talked to on my phone and my DMs and stuff like that on Instagram. And, I sent them to her, and, just to I kind of just felt pressured and on eggshells the whole entire time. And yeah, I tried a couple of times to get out of that situation, and she would literally get on FaceTime and give me the tear.
So you kind of felt like you wanted to take some steps back, but it was so overwhelming.
Many, many times. Yes. And, so that continued on until June 9th. So on June 9th, my uncle passed away, and I was pretty upset. He died alone in his house and nobody was around, and I couldn't reach, my cousin, which was his, daughter. And I was freaking out. And I told her, I need some time. So up until about June 16th, I guess whatever day was June 15th, June 16th, I can't remember because I was too worried about what I had going on with my family. She was messaging me every day, asking me, oh, do you miss us? Like me and her, do you miss me? I was like, I got a lot going on. My uncle just passed. I was really close to my uncle. I don't have much family. She knows I don't have much family. She knows how family oriented I am. And, she would try to clock me on things and ask me where I'm going. Yeah, like one time I didn't respond in 6 minutes, and she kind of freaked over that. But
so sorry to interrupt, but there is somebody saying something about you using an app, Life 360.
I was just about to get into that. So, whenever that whole ordeal came where the relationship was confirmed, I was like, so what would a relationship be if this was confirmed? She said, oh, just more communication and loyalty and being honest with each other. I said, okay, that's fine. And then she's like, we should meet up, and she came up with the date August 1st. And then so I was telling her like, hey, like my wife knows where I go and stuff, and it's on 360, and we keep up with each other. And she wanted me to put her on Life 360. She wanted that. And I'm telling you, it was probably like a week or two of her talking to me about putting her on Life 360. So I agreed to it. I
Wow.
came in and I agreed to it. And she was Googling every address I was at just to know where I was at and telling me, she was like, yeah, I Googled where you're at. I didn't know what this place was. And just, it was just a big mess.
And Jordy, I don't know if you know, but we are all the way across the country. We're talking about she's tracking some people she does not even know from all the way across the other side of the country.
Oh my gosh. I can't get behind the rationale of why she would want to get involved with someone married.
Well,
And that was my question to her.
So let me ask you, when you called Amberlynn and she was allegedly at a birthday party or a barbecue or something, and Amberlynn said in her most recent video that you made her cry. What kind of went on in that conversation?
So me and Amberlynn, I seen a video where she said I was harassing her. So the initial phone call that I had with her, Erica had called her. She didn't answer. So when Amberlynn called back, I answered. And, I asked her, I'm like, what is this? What are you doing? What is going on? She's married. You're telling her not to have relations with her. I mean, like, it was crazy. That was the first phone call. I told her, do not contact Erica. Do not make any videos. I don't want to hear not another peak plague, nothing. No more contact. So she goes to, I think, Erica's TikTok and says, can you please unblock me?
no, that's not.
Or something to that effect. And what was it on then?
It was a fake phone.
Oh, sorry. She had a dummy phone or a text app. And she said, can you please
Amberlynn had a burner phone.
or
something.
Or a text app.
So yeah, the next day after that was squashed. Amberlynn asked Brittany if we could still be friends, and Brittany was like,
Absolutely not.
No, that's not the question. So and how this came about, how this phone call happened.
Well, hold on. You know why she wanted to still be friends? Because she wanted to stay on y'all's good side because
Yeah.
she didn't want you guys talking.
Yeah, so let's back up a few days. So after my uncle died, June 14th rolls around. It was supposed to be like our little get together anniversary, whatever. And I was like, I did say, yeah, you deserve so much better than this. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Like in my head, I didn't want to. I had tried to trail off and like kind of like give her space, kind of like not respond to every message she sends me. And I tried to just kind of silently move out of the picture and just let someone else get her attention. So I was trying.
Yeah, kind of let it fizzle out.
Yeah. So I was out and I said, I don't think we should do this anymore. And she said, okay, friends, it is. So I don't know who broke up with who. I could care less. But after that day, she continued to message me. And I was in the bedroom with Brittany, and we were trying to watch a movie, and Brittany saw a message pop up on my phone. She said, who was that? And I said, it's Amberlynn. She will not leave me alone. So that's where that third phone call came from. It wasn't Brittany being crazy and, stalking Amberlynn and getting her phone number and flipping out on her. No, it was me having to get my wife involved to get out of this situation. And yeah, I know that sounds stupid, cut her off, block her, whatever, but she messaged me from a fake phone number the next day and said that Brittany cornered her. She had to tell her everything. She wanted me to unblock her number and call her and then reblock it, and that, love makes her crazy. That's what she wanted. She wanted me to block her or unblock her, talk to her, and then block her back. And I didn't even respond to it. I deleted it, which I shouldn't have deleted that, but.
So what you're referring to, that crying phone call, she called like a little baby during the first phone call when I told her that I was going to send all the text messages, all the photos, all of that. That's when she started crying.
Oh.
Call was on July 4th when I found out that she had reached out to Erica and would not stop. And I have that entire phone call recorded. So she can't say that didn't happen because it did, and I have receipts.
Oh. Oh my gosh. I mean,
I know. I'm the biggest piece of crap right now. I'm, whatever. Destiny, whatever. I've seen some of the comments, and it's just, yeah, I get it, guys. Like, I'm a piece of crap for this. I really am. It was stupid. It was a distraction. It was something to do. I shouldn't have did it, but I deserve the backlash that I'm getting. It's just that whenever people are like looking at Brittany and stuff, it's kind of getting out of hand. Like, come haze me, make a meme out of me. Like, do what you got to do.
just real quick, did you buy her? So, like, did Amberlynn ever send you gifts, or did you ever buy her a Lego? Because remember, she said that somebody bought her like a $400 Lego.
She sent me Beats headphones.
Okay.
Those.
But you never bought her a Lego.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did buy the Lego. Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that this is just something that you and Brittany need to work out eventually. But it's like,
yeah, we're working out. We're trying to drop this, but then all of a sudden all this crap comes out today, and we were over with it. We were fine. We were dandy, and we're trying to move past it. It was a fuck up. It was a mistake. I was stupid. I don't really talk to anybody on social media anymore, and I go to the gym, and that's about it.
So it was kind of like a game that turned into a distraction, and you kind of got mixed up in it, and you probably put a little bit too much emotion into it, and then she got really involved, and she started to get really attached.
In a psychotic sense, yes. Like, I wouldn't say anything bad about my wife to her. Like, every time conversation came up about Brittany, it was almost like she would get upset with me because I would never say anything bad. Like, Brittany recently, took a vacation from work and accepted a different position that was better and less stress. And she was at home. So I could, I told Amberlynn, hey, we can't talk. She's here, whatever. And that was one of my ways of trying to, like, kind of push her away. It didn't work out that well. And she's like, well, she's being a baby. And I'm like, no.
She was saying that your wife was being a baby?
Yeah, because she took a different job that was better and less stressful. But she's like, oh, yeah, because she quit her job because she's a baby. And I was like, no, it was for more money. And then,
like, she couldn't handle the workload?
Amberlynn was trying to make it out like I'm this bad person because I quit my job to be at home, when the fact was I actually put in my notice with my last job to start a new job that was a lot better and a lot closer to home. But, to her, I was a baby. So if you can imagine, like a lot of this stuff is really new that I'm just finding out about. Like, when I found out that Amberlynn had my address and was sending stuff to my house and knew every coordinate that I was going to, like, it blew my mind because, like, that's like my life. And I even told her in that phone call, I'm like, it's really creepy to have you looking me up on Instagram and following my every move and I don't even know you or that you're doing it.
So, question for Erica. So, like, what was your kind of involvement with Alexis? And, like, who is that? Is that Amberlynn's friend?
Oh gosh. Okay. So apparently, in Amberlynn's eyes, I made Amberlynn stop talking to her friends, so-called Abby, so-called Alexis, which I didn't. Amberlynn kind of said that was always saying like Abby was rude to her, said mean things to her, and I was like, well, why do you talk to her? Why even let people talk to you like that? Was saying like horrible things that she like broke down the things that Abby was saying to her, and then she was just like, oh, Alexis calling me out for like talking to her. She's kind of like giving me the egg. Apparently, Alexis said some weird stuff to her like throughout this whole thing, but apparently Alexis is just like the best thing ever, and Alexis. I never talked to Alexis, but like Alexis, I guess knows like the gist of me and Amberlynn.
Okay, so she was
But
kind of jealous of y'all's relationship in like a weird way.
I think so. Yeah.
Alexis has actually just come into my stream just now, and she has
Yeah.
some words to.
Okay.
She's
I would like to hear what Alexis has to say.
So Alexis is saying that you guys are just spewing a bunch of lies. Erica is a sociopath who has cheated on her wife multiple times, and she's trying to save her marriage by doing this.
No, actually. So, Alexis, I know you're young and everything, but so the difference between having a relationship with somebody, being boyfriend, girlfriend, versus being married for 9 years is you stand on different foundations, right? So when something happens and you're just dating, you can just cut that person off, no big deal. But when you're married for 9 years, you're kind of on a different foundation. So working things out, or it's just what you do. It's vows you take. And if you love the person enough, you'll work through it.
Admitted my part. Like, yeah, it got in a bad situation. I shouldn't have did what I did. Okay, I'm bad for doing that. But as far as lies, I'm not sure what lies I'm saying. I'm sitting here admitting that, yeah, like Brittany knew, Amberlynn knew it was a bad decision, and I should have never done it. Like, I'm owning up to this, unlike some people on YouTube that can't own up to things.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think we're all kind of in agreement here, as well as you are, that the game that eventually turned into something emotional with Amberlynn should have never happened, and you're atoning for that, and you're kind of owning it and everything. But I mean, this is the kind of responsibility and the kind of character trait that we would never see from Amberlynn.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say, like, there was one point, like, I was like second guessing what you guys were saying. Like, yeah, I was part of the Amberverse, I was part of the haters, and she knows that. I told her that. I was like, I didn't like you at one point, Amberlynn, and I told her why. And she gave this side to me that made me second guess her as a person.
Because I mean, you know what Amberlynn's always saying, you guys don't know the real me, get to know the real me. Like what you see on YouTube and who I'm portrayed, that's not the real me. So like maybe it was kind of like she was playing a character.
I will say I'm not sure if who I dealt with was the real person or if who she was on YouTube was the real person. That's how bad it was.
Judging by how she's acted, and she's blatantly told me, I respect you, I will not have no more contact. Just judging by the aftermath of how she acted, I would lean more towards the whole thing with Erica was the act, not who we see online. I honestly believe who we see online is probably the real person. Everything, all the rumors, everybody pretty much says the same thing at the end of the day after the relationship with her is done. I mean, everybody has the same story. What is everybody lying? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a common denominator here.
This is going to sound crazy, but as far as her manipulation goes, I worked in a maximum custody prison for close to 10 years. I dealt with probably the meanest people you could probably ever imagine. And I never once fell victim to any of their tactics, their tricks, and their bullshit. Maybe it's because I knew, hey, you're a criminal. But with her, it was like I've never been that manipulated before in my life. As far as anything that I had said triggered her BPD, it triggered her abandonment. She has abandonment issues. She was always every single day needing reassurance. She was sending me videos to get my attention, and like whenever I was trying to end things and take pictures and stuff like that. And
about how long would you say? So I mean, you guys were talking shortly after she broke up with Jade. How long would you say that you guys had like a texting relationship? Like, how long would you say it went on for before you started to realize that there's an issue and you wanted out?
So we started talking like this. I sent the message September 27th, and I think things got out of hand, at least on Britt's parts, around like November. So like Brittany was like, I don't want you talking to her anymore.
So 2 months, maybe
Yeah,
2 months.
and of course, like I tried, and I got I got backlash, and I kind of caved in, and was given a show. I guess that's what it is, because she told Brittany on this recorded conversation that she would not give my name out because she like respects privacy. That's why we're doing this now. Like we just got done telling apathetic facts, a whole bunch of stuff, and probably stuff you'll find out whenever she edits everything. I'm probably forgetting some things because I just have completely I was just letting it all out. But yeah, I'm a jerk, and I was an idiot, and I'm stupid, and.
Well, so it's in November. So if you guys started talking in late September and then sometime in November, is that when Brittany reached out to Zachary Michael?
Yes.
Yes.
So you were willing after like a month and a half to spill everything that you had already known. So really, this could have came out last year.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
And I mean, honestly, the only reason why any of this has been happening over the past day is because why do you think that she would come on here and say Erica's name? Like, what good do you think?
Because everyone thought Tommy was me, and apparently Tommy killing her girlfriend is the main talk right now. So I guess in order to expose me, let's make Erica, who has a boring life. I have a mundane job. I go to the gym. I don't have any type of history of killing people or feeding people to death. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not sure if I'm going to get monetized or docked, in trouble for saying that. But Tommy has more of a history than I do. But still, let's make Erica a distraction. I'm not about to be a distraction to someone that fed their recent partner to death. And I'm probably being mean about it, but sorry.
I mean, we all saw the screenshots.
So
well, I mean, I'm not cutting you too much slack and everything, because I mean, obviously, that you did wrong, you got involved and everything, but it kind of sounds like this wasn't the best person to kind of, yeah, because I mean, they obviously have a lot of emotional issues and attachments. I mean, and I mean, it kind of sounds like you didn't want to be mean, you didn't really want to.
And I wasn't mean. Like, I snapped at her a couple times because she was timing my responses. Like, oh, what were you doing for the last 4 minutes? What were you doing the last 30 minutes? What were you doing? And then on FaceTime, I would look at my emails or look at my messages from my friends. And she's like, what are you doing? Why are you looking at your phone? Why are you looking at your phone like that? Because I wasn't looking directly at her. I just got questioned. I couldn't even sit down and eat breakfast and without getting interrogated on what I was doing on my phone, and
Well, I mean, Amberlynn doesn't have anything going on. She's not working. She doesn't really have anything to take up her time. So your life became her life.
yeah, I mean, I was calling her on my way to work. I was calling her, I like music. I have a broad spectrum of music that I like, and I like listening to music on the way to work. Who does not like listening to music on the way to work? And I mean, unless you really want someone important to talk to, and I was like, I would like to listen to music on the way to work, and that was an issue. That was an issue. And then on my way home, if I hadn't called her after the time she knew I got off, she would call me. And some days after work, some days you just want to drive in silence. And I know there's people on this chat right now that can agree with me. You want to drive in silence on your way home from work some days. And I couldn't even have that. And I'm not a victim here. Again, I'm not a victim. But at the same time, I had pressure put on me that I did not feel comfortable with. So I'm not, I was a bad person with what I did to my wife. And I'm going to take that to my grave and I'm going to get my karma for it. It's going to come back tenfold. Not sure what's going to happen to me. I guess I'll know whenever it happens. But I'm not going to sit here and try and play victim and blame everyone else for it. I'm just saying I'm taking accountability for my actions.
Did you ever feel like you felt guilty if you didn't call Amber? Like, because I mean, you were the one that reached out and you told her that you were a hater and, this all started off as a game. So was there ever a part of you that kind of felt like I owe it to her?
No, not that. No, not like that. I felt more pressured, but not like that. I owed it to her.
Pressured.
Yeah, it was kind of like there was a lot of things that were forced. That is like, I know that's a broad thing to say, but a lot of things with me, like where how you have pressure and you feel forced and you're like, okay, maybe I'll just call her and talk whatever. It just that's what it got down to. And yeah, there was feelings involved, and there was a person that I was dealing with that I didn't see on YouTube. And like I told you, I don't now with all this, I don't know if who I was dealing with was a mask or if the YouTube is a mask. So, but what it looks like is the YouTube is her, and what I dealt with was a mask. And it was known Jordy for 10 years.
That's a long time.
We've been married for going on 9 now. So, I mean, of course, like 10 years is a long time, Jordy. Like, people are going to make mistakes in marriages. And this was one of them. And it was probably the worst one I ever made him up in this whole 10 years. It was stupid.
Yeah.
It started out as a joke and ended as a nightmare.
So about this, I mean, sorry, remind me one more time about why was Amberlynn under the impression that you were going to move in with her? I guess that would be tomorrow.
Oh, gosh. So the night that we, I guess, I chose, she was like, like I said, we had a conversation. She's like, you never choose me. You don't want to be with me. You always choose your wife. You can just be with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, like I said, she said it would be more communication, just more loyal, more honest with each other. Okay, that's fine. We can move on to that. And she's like, okay, well, let's meet. I was like, okay, pick a date. And then the discussion came up. I was like, if I do this and then I come back, it's going to be World War fucking 3. And then she's like, well, just move in, or something. It came about, and I did not have intentions to do it. I didn't want to, but yeah, I let her on and told her because it was like months before. I was like, yeah, I'll be there. But she was asking me multiple times throughout the time frame, am I still coming? Are you still coming? Are you still going to be here? And
was there like a push from her for you to get a divorce?
Yes.
So she was like trying to slowly put her hooks in and try to kind of change your mind.
Yeah.
There was a moon picture at one point too. I see a lot of people in the chat right now being interested. Was that you? Did you send her that picture of the moon? Oh, Amberlynn had, and it was like the date that you guys allegedly started dating, and it was
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that was you?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm an asshole and piece of crap doing this, and not looking for sympathy, not looking for any type of sympathy or anything like that. So yeah. That being said,
now here is Amberlynn's side of the story.
I just want to make it very clear that the only reason why I ever said Erica's name is because a family was being harassed because people thought Valentine was someone that she wasn't. And it's I know that I promised Erica and Brittany that I would not say Erica's name. And I didn't say Erica's name ever for a way to get back at her or whatever it is. I wasn't doing it in a malicious way. No, I was doing it because I felt like it was the right thing to do. And I just want to start off by saying that. So, thought Valentine was fake. That was the biggest thing. Valentine isn't real. Valentine isn't real. And I accepted it for what it was. I was like, I don't want to believe me, that's fine. I'm actively having so much fucking anxiety for what I'm about to say. Whoo! Valentine's name is Erica, and Erica had a wife. So I guess I can just start now. It was back in September. I received a message from Erica. I guess she saw one of my TikToks on Zachary Michael's channel. And because Zachary Michael was talking about my TikToks, reacting to them. And in one of them, I said how I didn't have a type, but I really liked mask and possessive women. And Erica saw that TikTok and she messaged me and said mask and possessive ? With a little devil emoji. And you know what? I was single. I was like, okay, literally clicked her Instagram and I was like, definitely my type, cute. So I replied. And we started talking and conversation got serious pretty quickly in the sense of she told me a lot about her past and things with her family. And she just opened up to me really quickly. I'm telling you, lengthy conversations, paragraphs of just her just opening up to me. And it made me feel comfortable to do the same. So we became friends, I would say. And during that time, I did find out. So some of this is going to be what I thought at the time was true. When I later found out, was it true? So the story might get super confusing. So I just want to say that because there's things I thought were true that weren't true, etc. So when me and her first started talking, she told me that she was married but she was married for financial reasons, and that they were in an open marriage, and that her wife didn't even live with her. Her wife was living with her partner, like her other partner that she was in a relationship with. So I thought that was like hectic. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's pretty hectic. An open marriage. Okay, everyone does their own thing. Like her wife is in a whole ass other relationship. So Erica said that she can do what she wants. And I never really understood it. I tried to like understand it more and talk more about it. But Erica would always like just be like, me and my wife have an understanding. That was always her like go-to was me and my wife have an understanding with each other. So she didn't want to explain that understanding to me. I didn't understand it, but I didn't think that Erica and I would get to the level that we got to, because her and I did just stay friends for a while. You guys know me. I move really fucking fast. That's just how like my heart works. But it was different with Erica because it was just like a constant, super flirty friendship.
So there is someone in my life that I would say is special in that way. We're not in a relationship though, so calm down. But I have been friends with this person since September, and we have become really good friends. And like the whole time, crushing on each other. We asked each other to be each other's Valentines, so that was like a cute thingy. So I'm gonna be referring to her as my Valentine because I'm not gonna say her name, just out of respect. She is one of my very best friends, but we like, I was gonna say low key like each other, but it's high key at this point.
But something I did notice is that she was always there for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was single, so I talked to a few different people. That is true. She named some of them. It is what it is. So Erica was always there for me, and our feelings did start to grow for one another, and I could tell like it started to upset her when I would talk about these other people. And she would always say how she was on the back burner and how I wasn't giving her a chance and how I always had her at arm's length. Like, I am not one to show screenshots, but I'm telling you, I have not deleted a single text message that her and I have exchanged. I have not deleted a single Instagram message, nothing. So yeah, she was just like, she would express like how her feelings for me are getting deeper and deeper. So there was one night in particular where I did get drunk. I did. And I was actually on the phone with Alexis, and I was messaging Erica, and I told Erica that I loved her. This was like in December. And that was like the first time that I ever said it, which was freaking crazy because like the whole time it really was just like a super flirty friendship. But I realized like, wow, Erica really likes me and she wants me to like give her a chance. Like, I don't know. It felt nice knowing that like she was patient and she knew I was talking to like other girls and like she was still there for me, and like she always wanted to call me, and like I would never answer her calls. Like, it very much was like I was putting everyone else before her, but like she was always there. She was always, it made me realize like, wow, this girl really cares for me. And everything I thought, like I genuinely thought that everything she was telling me was 100% truth. Like, yes, sometimes my intuition and my gut was screaming and it was on fire and all of that. So, you know, I guess there was a part of me that was like, Amberlynn, like something's off. But like I was ignoring it. You guys, in one of my recent videos, I told you guys like I ignore red flags. I have a bad habit of it. Sometimes I turn those red flags into pink little hearts, little pink heart flags. That's just like what I do, and I don't know why I'm like that. So anyways, it was like in December when I told Erica for the first time that I loved her, and I was drunk when I said it. Like, but it opened up a whole other freaking thing for Erica and I because of that one moment. And I do want to make it clear that in Erica's story, she said that we stopped talking for a little bit. Literally, the only reason why we stopped talking is because she got mad at me because I actually started communicating more frequently with another girl, and she got upset about that. That's the only reason why we stopped talking. It was literally only for a few days, and then she came back. Like, I don't understand. I wasn't the one who messaged her after those few days of her just being like, I'm done. She came back to me a few times, just saying. I'm not trying to be cocky, but she literally couldn't get enough, and she completely downplayed the relationship that we created. So once I said I love you in December, things did change. We started to talk more. I actually started to answer her phone calls. We would, I don't know, I just felt like more comfortable with her. Things became more sexual. Okay, so from December to February, like I said, we got a lot closer because of that I love you word. You know, she was saying it to me, and so this whole time I still thought she was in a open marriage. So an open marriage means like y'all make your own fucking rules. Like, you're seeing other people. So I assumed that Erica's wife was living with her partner. So I also assumed that Erica was super unhappy with her wife, and Erica made me believe, like, she would say things like, I haven't felt this way in over a decade. Like, you opened something inside of me that like I didn't even know was there. Like, just typical standard, now that how I'm viewing it, straight up like manipulation, love bombing type deal. Speaking of the word manipulation, before I continue on with my story, it's like Brittany and Erica said that they messaged me as a troll in the beginning. So Brittany's supposed to be a therapist. They watched me for over 5 years. They knew my mental health. They knew my mental state. They knew who I was. They knew that I had BPD. They knew these things, and a therapist still chose to troll me. What is that? Like, that is like, I feel like being glossed over, and it's just wrong. Like, what kind of a therapist would do that to someone? Like, regardless of how much you like them or dislike them or even hate them. Like, it's odd to me, and I'm not understanding it. I don't even know if I fully believe that it started as a troll. I don't know. Maybe it did, but the fact is, Erica fell in love with me. Erica was going to move in with me, and she is downplaying everything that happened, especially after February 14th when she asked me to be her girlfriend.
Valentine's Day, Valentine asked me to be her girlfriend, and I did say yes, obviously. I've been a girlfriend for over 2 months now, and I've been in a relationship, and I've been happy. There's no longer single in, so that's all I really want to say for now. Besides that, I'm really happy. I'm starting to like blush a little bit, not gonna lie. It just feels kind of wild to just like vocalize out loud on my YouTube channel that yes, I am in another relationship. Anyways, I don't want to like say too much, but you guys will learn more slowly but surely.
Since I had assumed that Erica could be in a relationship since her wife was supposed to be in one, like literally living with somebody else, my whole thing was like, okay, Erica, we're both in love. Like, why aren't we committed to one another? Like, why aren't we together? Like, let's seal that deal. I very much, when I fell in love with someone, like, I want to be with them. And I thought I was in love with Erica, and I thought she was in love with me. So I was like, let's like do that thing. Let's like commit to one another. And it's true, she did ask like, what would that entail? So I told her like, it's like loyalty, more like communication together and commitment with one another and things like that. And she agreed to it. She's like, yeah, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? You know, I felt like that was a mature conversation that I'm now seeing, like, she took it like in a different way. And she's saying like how I forced her to be in a relationship with me. That's crazy. That's not the way that I viewed it at all. But I'm beginning to see that like the way that I viewed most of the situation, I guess maybe she didn't, or she's purposely downplaying what she did to me because she's trying to save her marriage. Erica is a known liar and a known cheater. She has cheated on Brittany multiple times, like so many times. And Erica told me everything about their marriage, about all of the times she's cheated. Brittany's a cheater. Their marriage is a mess. Their marriage is a fucking mess. So in my brain, it made sense to me. These two cheaters want to be in an open marriage. It makes sense. They're not fully happy with one another. So I believed their sob story. I believed everything. I thoroughly did. So once me and Erica became committed, I feel like my brain and my like heart, I'm just like what's the word? Hardwired? I'm just wired differently. So when that happened, immediately, all of my energy like went to her, and we created a routine. This was a daily routine that we had. She would call me. Okay, so I have to make it known, by the way, that there was a time where Erica's wife moved back in with her. So that did happen, and I was fully aware of that. But again, I still thought they were in this like open relationship, open marriage type thing. And did I like it? No. Did I understand it? No. Did I want that for my life? Like, did I want to be in a relationship with someone who was in an open marriage? Not really. But Erica was there for me for months. Like, she would see me cry, and she was there for me. She would comfort me, and she showed me a love and a patience and an understanding that like surprised me. And even before Erica asked me to be her girlfriend, I knew that she was once a hater. I did. She was very honest. Erica, I thought, was very honest about everything. Erica used to be a hater. Her and her wife would watch me all the time together. Like, Zachary Michael was actually their go-to channel. And Erica was like, you know, I believed everything the reaction channel said. And I'm like, I get that. I completely get that. When you watch my videos through a reaction channel, you're seeing my video in a biased way. I can never blame somebody for liking a reaction channel, watching my content through them, and forming an opinion based on the reaction channel. I don't blame you. I fully, completely understand that. So the fact that Erica then saw something different inside of me, which also brings me to the fact that like now Erica's saying, I don't know if the real Amberlynn is YouTube or the real Amberlynn is the one that I got to know. Erica, you know the truth. You know that the real me is the one you got to know. And you know that because you know my heart. And through all of the shit that you hurt me and lied, all of that, I still was there for you and loved you. You saw the side of me that like all of these people don't ever get to see. And what did I do to you that now all of a sudden completely erases almost a full year of you getting to know the real me? What did I do to you? I said your name in a YouTube video? Okay. If that's going to take away everything that you knew about me in my heart, so be it. But you know who I am. You messaged me as a troll and you fell in love with me. So what does that say about you? And what does that say about me? I don't know. But regardless, Erica was a hater and I knew it. But she said, like, when I was with Feline, she slowly started seeing a different side of me. And then especially after me and Feline broke up, she realized, wow, like, I kind of like Amberlynn. Like, she's kind of hot. And that goes into, like, how our relationship changed once we actually became girlfriends. We formed a routine where she would call me every single morning while her wife was at work. And she did that because I was always questioning, why can't you tell your wife about me if you're in an open relationship? Like, I don't understand. That was another thing in my brain and in my gut and in my intuition where I was like, something doesn't seem right. So I'd always ask, like, why can't you tell her about me? And she's like, I just don't want to hear it. Like, I just don't want to hear what Brittany's going to say about me being with Amberlynn. And then I understood. It made sense because I was like, okay, because you guys used to hate watch me. So you don't want Brittany to make fun of you. I totally get it. I did feel ashamed. I did feel ashamed. I felt like she felt ashamed of me, but I accepted it for what it is. Call me desperate. Call me lame. I don't even care. But she always had the right answers to every single thing that I asked her. And it made me believe her and it made me stay. So anyways, so Erica and I formed a routine. Every single morning, she would call me and we would talk for hours. And during those phone calls, this is gonna be TMI, but this is when our relationship got extremely sexual. I'm telling you, we would have video sex, whatever, I don't know what you guys want to call it, but it was crazy. It was a lot. It was daily. On top of that, she was sending me sexual videos and photos. I was sending her sexual videos and photos. We were getting very close in that way. And it was on top of like, I love you and I can see myself being with you forever. Like, you make me so happy. Like, you are my world. Like, you are my baby. I am obsessed with you. Like, it was very much that. She was giving me everything I wanted to hear. It was a lot of, did you put a spell on me? I haven't felt this way in over a decade. It was always like over a decade ago, because she would always compare to me to one of her past lovers who was also a Capricorn. So she would always compare me to this other girl. And she would always tell me Capricorns break hearts. Capricorns are heartbreakers. Like, she would always, anyways. So, when I realized, Erica, you have some fucking explaining to do, is oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So one of the videos that Erica sent me, that was a sexual video. And once I realized, like, Erica, like, I know you're lying, and I think it's time that you like tell me what it is. Tell me what's really going on. So Erica would always give me the spiel of they don't kiss, they don't hug, they don't cuddle, they don't have sex, they don't do anything. Yes, they're in this open marriage, but they're pretty much just like best friends. That's what she gives me. That's what she was giving me. That's what she was telling me, and that's what I was believing. But again, my gut was like, So during one of the videos that she sent me of her touching herself, I saw her wife's slipper in her foot right next to Erica. I'm telling you, like, touching her leg while Erica was touching herself. And I was like, let me rewatch this video. And I had to like zoom in. I had to like, I was shook. You guys don't even know. Like, my heart dropped. When Erica sent me that video and I saw like that she was doing that like right next to her wife, like it was like, that's when I was like, we need to like actually have a discussion. We need to really have a discussion. So we actually made a plan of Erica was going to allow me to ask her anything because she wanted to reveal the truth about everything. And she said, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. And I'm like, okay. And Erica was so worried with whatever I was going to find out that I was going to leave her and all this stuff that literally one day at work, she was freaking out and she ended up leaving work. She was crying. Like, I have never seen Erica cry. Like, you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen her. Like, she's this like muscly, like situation type deal. So it shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, fuck, like this must be like actually kind of serious what she was about to tell me. And it kind of freaked me out. So we had a plan and we had the conversation. The first question I asked her was, are you and your wife actually in an open marriage? Or if she finds out that you have a whole ass girlfriend, is she going to feel betrayed? And she said, I'm actually not in an open relationship. I have an actual real marriage, etc., etc. So she told me the truth about everything. And this was, so me and Erica first started talking in September.
Who are you texting? Just this person. Have I met someone romantically? I have. There it is. I have.
Didn't even know she was actually married until I'll say like a month later, maybe 2, not really sure on the timeline there. But I didn't even find out that like it was a real true marriage until months after, like I would say like 2 months after we started dating. So I would say maybe April, May, somewhere around there. And I do see someone saying her wife is on her Instagram. I think I was blocked from that shit. Because I'm one of the ones, I'm gonna go to your Instagram and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be looking. I want to see, like, I'm interested in you, like you're my girlfriend, we're talking. I didn't see anything of them together. Not a single thing. And that's the part where it's just like everything is like really like ticking the boxes. I'm seeing things very clearly. I'm like, okay. So this is where I'm in the wrong. I stayed with Erica. When she said that she was in a marriage and that her wife would feel betrayed if she found out, I stayed with her. And I stayed with her. I'm not gonna make excuses. I know I'm a shitty person. I know I'm fucked up. I know I'm all those things. And I take full fucking accountability, 1,000,000,000%. And every day I felt like shit because of it. Every day. But I was like so twisted in my brain. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, Erica firmly made me believe that she was in an unhappy marriage, that she wanted to be happy with me, that she wanted to come move in with me. So how the topic of her coming to move in with me happened though was obviously we wanted to meet in person. Like, I don't want to sit here and have a long distance relationship for the rest of my life. Like, no one wants that. Like, that's weird. I mean, for a couple years, sure, like that's understandable. But Erica was like, if I come visit you, I'm not gonna be able to go back. I'm not gonna be able to go back to my life. And that's when I was just like, you know what? Why don't you just move in? That's what I said. Because I really loved Erica and I saw that Erica was very unhappy because it's like, how are you going to fall in love with me if you're like in a happy marriage? My brain was warped. I'm not gonna lie. And now that like I heard that it was all like a manipulation thing and it's just like, you manipulated me. I fell for it. And you're mad that I fell for it? That's the part where I'm confused. You're exposing me for falling for your bullshit? Okay. That makes sense, I guess, question mark. But it's just like, she was in a whole ass relationship with me, like lying to me and telling me all these things. Like, me and my wife don't have sex. Like, we're not like that at all together. But I found out that that wasn't true because when we were on video call, I saw proof behind her that her and her wife were intimate. It's just like, it was just like so many things. And I just kept like letting it happen. And I look back now and I'm like, I'm the fool. I'm straight up the fool. I'm embarrassed. I feel stupid. Like, it's just, it's literally a lot. And I don't know. So it was around everything. By the way, Erica's such a fucking liar about, I was slowly pulling back from her and she would just like, she just wouldn't leave me alone. It's like, block me. Stop calling me. Stop messaging me. What do you mean I wouldn't stop leaving you alone? She's trying so hard to save her marriage that it's like, it's insane to me. Trying very hard. I get it. You don't want to lose her because you have cheated so many freaking times. It's not even funny. And she still stays with you. Brittany, you deserve better. You deserve someone better. Like, you're a therapist. What would you tell one of your patients that is in a freaking marriage and their partner continuously cheats on them? You deserve better. I'm Amberlynn Reed and Erica fell for me. Like, that has to suck. Like, y'all started it as a troll. And it ended up being to the point where Erica was going to move in with me. And Erica's downplaying this whole like, oh, I was telling her I was going to move in, but I really wasn't. Like, we were actually planning things. So she could be telling the truth. She honestly could be telling the truth. She could have been lying to me the whole time. I don't know. Like, I'm not in her brain. She could be honestly telling the truth regarding that or telling you guys the truth regarding that. Like, I don't know. But she was telling me that she was going to write her wife a note and tell her, like, this sounds psycho. It really does. I guess we're both crazy, truly. And I'm here to just like, be like, I fucked up because I did. Like, I genuinely know that I did. But she was going to like leave the house to her wife and all of this. Like, she had it all planned, but yet telling me that it's not true, or telling y'all that it's not true, which is crazy. You guys are asking about the Life 360. Yes, that did happen. She told me that she has Life 360, and I was like, what is that? Because I'd never heard of it. And she was like, Brittany wants to track wherever I go because she thinks I'm cheating on her. And I was like, oh, that's quite funny. Awkward. And I was like, oh, well, can we do Life 360? Like, I thought it would be fun. I was like, we can have each other's location. And the fact that she also downplayed that is really comical to me because anytime I would leave my house, she would get a notification that I left my house and she would say, where are you going? What are you doing? She would also Google addresses. Like, Erica has a side to her that is scary. Genuinely scary. And you can ask Alexis, genuinely scary. Thank you. Like, some of the things that she would say to me, it made me fearful. I'm not gonna lie. Erica was scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the fact that she's gonna downplay this whole Life 360 thing, no, she watched me like a hawk as well. Like, literally like a hawk. And she very much paid close attention to people I talked to. And she very much did tell me to stop talking to person A, person B, person C, and person D. Like, she did tell me to do those things. And I respect my partner. So if my partner tells me, like, don't talk to these people because of reason A, reason B, reason C, then I'm literally going to listen, and I'm going to do that because that's just who I am. I don't know if that's like worked in the brain, or I don't know if that's just respect. I personally can't figure it out. Sometimes I don't even know what is right and what is wrong. Where am I even at? So, okay, it was June 9th, her uncle died. And Erica and I are in a fully like committed relationship. She's supposed to move in with me. We have every day, like, same routines where we talk literally all day long. If it's not on the phone, which, by the way, she also said Amberlynn would force me to like call her. We had a routine that she actually started where she would call me whenever she was driving somewhere. That is just what she started doing and how it formed. So that is what we did. And the fact that she is like turning that into like something that it's not is, of course, I guess, just to save her marriage. So she has to downplay literally everything, which I just don't understand. You're already caught, so you might as well just be like honest about the whole situation, because you're lying. Like, you lied to your wife for almost a year about talking to me. You lied to me for almost a year about being in a full-fledged marriage that I thought was open. And then by the fucking time you told me that you're in a real life marriage, I was too fucked up to say bye. Like, it's wrong. Like, I hate more than anything blaming my BPD. But if anyone knows a damn thing about it, one thing, especially for me, is that I get a favorite person. I don't know the clinical term for this. I should seek therapy. I understand. Erica was that for me. Like, she became that for me. So anything she would do, even if it would like hurt me beyond measure, somehow, some way, I would make it okay. And I would stand by her. I literally hate that about myself, but that's just like who I am. Like, I just don't understand. So anyways, June 9th, her uncle dies, and she immediately tells me. And I'm like, oh my God, babe, like, I'm so sorry. I'm here for you. I love you. Like, I wish I could give you a hug. If you need anything, like, you know that I'm here. I'm like one message away, one call away. Like, obviously I wanted to be there for her, because when Erica's like hurting or she's mad or something bad happens, like, the way that she is, she's just very amplified. She is very much one of them types of people. So I was worried for her mental health. So obviously, as a girlfriend, I was like, I'm there for you. So she responded like she usually does. And then all of a sudden she just like disappears, like off of the face of the planet. That was hard for me because I didn't understand it. I know that she was going through heartbreak and like mourning and grieving. Like, that's really sad. Like, her uncle died, and I'm not gonna go into details like how that happened, but like, it's like also the way it happened is just like devastating. And for days, she just wouldn't talk to me. And that wasn't the norm. That wasn't part of our pattern. And as someone with BPD, it mentally was messing with me. And I would message her a few times a day, and I would tell her, like, why aren't you talking to me? Like, I see you're still going to the gym, and you're still posting to your Instagram, and you're still doing all these things, but you've completely taken me out of your life after being a part of my life for almost a year now. I couldn't understand it, and I wanted to so badly. She would give me these little tiny breadcrumbs of like, I miss you, I love you. You know, she would do that. Of course, it was like a few days of that. And then we finally, I think she went to the bar, and I don't know like what made her finally like actually talk to me, but we finally had the discussion, and she was saying how like she doesn't know if she wants to be with me, but she wants me to make that choice. Because I remember asking her like, are we gonna break up? And she was like, I want you to make that choice. And I was just like, I didn't understand that. And it felt like a mature conversation, to be honest, because she was like, I feel like I can't give you what you need right now. I can't give you what you deserve right now. And I said, you need to do what is best for you. And if breaking up and just being friends is that, then that's what we're going to do. And that's what I said to her. And I literally have those messages. Like, I have those screenshots. Like, I do. And her saying how like after we broke up, how I kept messaging her and I was having a BPD freak out. That's a lie. That's an actual lie. I will admit to my BPD freakouts 1,000,000,000%. They happened while being in a relationship with her, because my gut and intuition was constantly on fire, constantly saying like, Erica is lying to you. So I can admit when I have like a BPD like freakout moment, and that it happened while I was in a relationship with her multiple times, because it's like, she was lying to me. And it's like, I knew it, but then I also kept questioning myself. Where I'm like, am I just crazy? Like, it was just like this constant, like vicious, like thing in my brain and my gut and like in my heart. And it was just a lot. And so after we broke up, like, that's when she started talking to me again. And we were just like talking as friends. Yes, there was a little tiny flirting happening. And that came from the both of us. So, and on top of that, when she said how I wouldn't leave her alone and all this stuff, she was literally planning on calling me that Monday. It was Sunday when her wife called me for the very first time, but it was that she was literally gonna call me on Monday. Like, it's not adding up for me. Like, if you didn't want to talk to me anymore, if like, especially like after we broke up, you saying, I will always love you, you know that. And then like continuing a friendship with me and like continuing a correspondence with me and like planning on calling me. Like, if you didn't want me to talk to you anymore, like the breakup happened, the hard part was done. You could have just kept going. You could have been like, we can't be friends. You could have blocked me. You could have done anything. But it's like you sitting here saying how you needed your wife, like you saying that you needed your wife to interfere so you and I could stop talking. Listen to yourself for 2 seconds. That's either A, a lie because like you're really trying to save your marriage, or B, it's like, were you that hung up on me that like you literally couldn't just be like, Amberlynn, we can't do the friendship thing? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, still to this day, like, I don't understand it. So it was Sunday. I don't remember what day, but it was sometime in June 22nd or something. Brittany called me, and she was super sweet, saying how her and I are both a victim of this, both a victim of Erica, how I'm not the first person that Erica has done this with. I won't be the last. She even said that in the second phone call. By the way, I saw that the second phone call was recorded without my knowledge and posted online. It is what it is. But I also saw that it was edited, so it's not all fully there. I don't remember exactly what was edited out because I was actually watching fireworks with my mom during that phone call. So that was awkward. But I stood there on the bridge with my mom watching fireworks on that phone call because I told Brittany, if you ever have any more questions or you need to talk to me about the situation, I will be here.
Hello. So who reached out to who?
Huh?
So who reached out to who?
What do you mean?
Did you reach out to Erica or did she reach out to you?
When?
What do you mean when?
Like the very first time?
The last time you spoke to her?
The last time I messaged her was just letting her know that like you called and pretty much just like the final goodbye type thing.
Why would you reach out to her again?
It was just like a final goodbye.
There's
I just felt like
no final goodbye. Like, what does that even mean?
I just felt like I needed to, but we don't talk anymore. We haven't talked since the phone still.
So even after I told you not to contact her again, you still did. Why?
Because it was like I wanted closure, and then not only that, but like she contacted me. I would say, I don't know, like a week ago, like upset about the TikTok I posted, and I never responded.
So you mean to tell me you're not posting anything about her online?
No one knows her name, nothing about her. Nope, that is something that I told her I would never do.
I don't understand. Like no means no.
Huh?
No means no. Like no means no.
Yeah, that's correct. That is why I do not speak to her any longer.
I just don't understand. Like, you have an entire relationship with somebody you don't know, that you know is married. Like, what do you think is gonna come out of that? Like, that's the part I don't understand. To keep reaching out, like, I don't get it.
I didn't keep reaching out. I reached out the one time as a way of like a weird closure thing because she did become like a really good friend of mine as well on top of everything else. I was losing that, and that kind of like was rough.
So, what did you say to her for your closure that you needed? I'm really curious.
Well, I haven't gotten like a full closure thing. I kind of realized it's not gonna happen. But
like, how long did it take you to realize that it's not gonna happen?
it took me a long time. Actually, I'm being honest. Yeah.
The part that's got me up is that A, you knew about me. B, you were looking me up on Instagram. That shit is fucking creepy.
Right. I thought that you guys were married for financial reasons. So.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. That is what she originally said. Yes. And that you guys weren't in love anymore. And you guys. I mean, it's like. I don't really know.
So I kind of skimmed through the text.
Yeah, I understand that. It was the same thing.
Like, do you know how demented it is to tell somebody that's married not to have sex with their spouse? Like, you know how crazy that sounds?
Like I said, I thought you guys were just married for financial reasons.
You really need help. Like, you really need help.
Probably.
So, I expect not to see any more videos.
Correct.
No more, nothing. Not a word, not a peep.
And I absolutely respect that.
I thought you respected that the other day when I told you, do not call, do not reach out. None of that.
I did that one time, and I want you to know, like, I had, like, there was an open line of communication.
She's not on YouTube.
Because I was respecting you, and I was respecting myself and the people in my life. So that's why I literally did not reply to her message. Like, I don't know what she's telling you versus me. Erica is obviously a known cheater and liar. I finally have my rose-tinted glasses completely off. Like, she's crazy, and she knows it, and I'm sure you do too. I got roped into shit. Like, I just wanted the best for the both of you, and I hope that you guys find out with each other. Like, I don't really know what else to do or say anymore at this point. Like, I apologize. I was very sorry. I don't really know what else to do from this point forward.
A known cheater and liar. Did she tell you about that?
Yes, she did.
Alright.
But yet I was supposed to be different. You know how it goes. So I mean, I've answered your questions to the best of my ability.
I would really.
Like I feel like she played me. What?
Yeah, she played you hard, like a fiddle.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me.
That's what I
Like
said.
she sacrificed a possible future with you. Why? Like what's the point? Like you obviously seem like you have your head on your shoulders. Like,
Like, you know, I've seen the shit you said about me too, right?
what do you mean?
Like, you know, I know all that.
Like what?
Just know that I know everything you said.
So, you know, like the jealousy side of me, obviously when I'm in a relationship, thinking that she's gonna come live with me and she's in love with me, yeah, of course, I probably did say some things because I was in a delusional state. 100,000% I did admit that. But she had me on full rant, and I'm absolutely over it.
So, if you knew that she was a cheater, why still talk to her?
Because she said, I'm different. You're so different, Amberlynn. You're so different, baby. I love you. And I love the way you make me feel. You actually make me happy. And you're happy. That's what I believe. Take a step back. Look at it from a different angle.
I'm
Like,
100% aware. I'm 100% aware I'm a victim. Like, I know that. Had you reached out to me and be like, hey, your wife is hitting me up, you know, I probably could have saved you quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, you probably could have. I just, you know, I thought it was for financial stuff, and we were just friends for the longest. I don't know if like she was just taking it the whole time because she needed someone. I don't really know. I don't understand.
This is gonna be another YouTube video for her. Thank you.
I don't either, because I'm pretty successful. I'm pretty smart. I'm not bad looking.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, that's one thing that Eric definitely did say about you. You're very smart, all that good stuff. So I believe it.
okay.
So
It makes you wonder why she go looking somewhere else, don't it?
I mean, yeah, it just, I mean, honestly, some people just can't stay with one person. I don't know why. Like, I'm beyond exceptionally loyal. Like, I stopped talking to several of my friends for her because she didn't even want me to talk to them. But yet, she had a full life. Like, that's not an actual marriage. Like, that's.
I just don't understand, like, you talk about double lives and shit, but you knew about it the whole time. Wouldn't that be you living a double life as well?
Well, I didn't find out until a long time after her and I were talking that you would actually consider it cheating because for a long time she told me that you had a whole different relationship you're in and that you were living there. Like, Erica's got a lot of lies. Like, she can go and delete the messages because I'm not a screenshot taker, but it's all there. I haven't seen a single thing on my end. And it was literally just a couple months ago where we had this whole like talk where I was like, I'm gonna get happy with everything. I need to help my gut something's wrong. And something was off, something just seemed weird, which is lying to me. So I said, we're gonna have a discussion where you're gonna answer every single question that I have and you're gonna answer it honestly.
I felt bad. I felt horrible. There were multiple times where I would even write in my journal in private that I feel like such a fucking shitty person for doing this. Like, I thought about Brittany countless times. I genuinely was. I think we were together for, let me do the math. So about a month. I knew about the wife, like them being in like a marriage for maybe less than 2 months. And I know I fucked up. I know I did. I just firmly believe that Erica was like in this unhappy, like horrible marriage. Like that's just like the stuff that she fed me. So the stuff that I believed, you know, to be true.
Now these next clips are just her answering questions and reading chat about the situation.
It should have been over immediately. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. But my brain just like wouldn't allow it. I just don't, because I know who I am. I know who I was to Erica. I know that I was genuine with her. I gave a lot of my time to her. I regrettably told her a lot about my past. I told her a lot about just me as a person, about past relationships. It's a big regret, because now she is using my pain and my story and just who I am as a person as bait, as a way to help her marriage. I don't know if this is some sort of like kink that they have. Did you text her off of another number like she said you did? Yes, I did. I downloaded a texting app. It was like this weird closure thing for me. I don't fucking know. Like I was just in this like weird headspace, and I regret a lot. Like, yeah. Yes, she blocked me after her wife found out about me, which was after we broke up, which is so ironic that for a year she was able to hide not only the truth from me, but the truth from her wife. But yeah, everyone's mad at me. I apologized to her on the phone repeatedly, and she is a victim of this, and I am sorry from the bottom of my heart. But what I say is not going to mean anything. It's not going to mean anything. Like, this has gone like too far, and my apology means nothing to her. Like, she's a hurt woman who just continuously gets hurt, and I helped in that, and I feel like shit. So did Britt apologize for trolling you? No. I feel really fucking sad hearing that, but I don't need an apology from anybody. Like, for them to do this and play victim is unreal. All involved have blamed in some way. Yeah, like if they did like message me in the beginning as a troll, like it's so fucked. Like it's fucked. And then Erica fell in love, like, and she's absolutely downplaying everything, like, which is unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. But Brittany and her dog wife are psycho for doing this, regardless of how people feel about you. Brittany should lose her therapy license for this. How could anyone trust therapy after this? People are upset because you involved yourself in a marriage knowingly. So 100% true. I thought it was an open marriage. I thought that Brittany literally lived with her other partner. So I was like, okay, this is different. Never tested these waters before. Never did anything like this before. So I wanted to just give it a go. Like Erica, I fell for Erica too. Or at least I thought I did. It was a weird type of situation, but I'm fully aware where I fucked up. So it was fucked up when you said Erica's name when you promised not to. Yeah. People were saying that Erica only sent me the Lego because I sent her beats. No. Erica sent me the Lego. So she sent me Lego. This is for Valentine's Day. She sent me Lego, a box of assorted chocolates, and a gold plated like rose. Like it was actually really sweet.
And what is in this heavy, huge box? I'll let you guys think about it while I tell you the story time. So it said, let me get you that Lego you want. And I was like, girl. So like after saying no, after doing the whole like, oh my god, it's so expensive, I finally gave in, and she got me, oh my god, I just can't even believe it. For Valentine's Day, she got me this Lego that I've been wanting. I just can't. Like, how sweet is that? But another small box came with that, so I'm gonna open it first. So I asked my Valentine, I was like, what do you want? Like, what do you want me to get you? Like, I feel so just like, I cannot believe it. Like, do I deserve this? She was like, no, if I think it's something I want, I'll let you know. But I'm over here just like, I need to get you something. Like, are you joking? Oh my gosh, in that box was this limited edition. I guess it's like a Valentine's Day little Lego. It is so adorable. And it looks like this. And I saw the Batcave. I literally said I had to have it. Like, tell me that isn't freaking stunning. Like, it is the coolest looking thing ever, and I'm so excited to build that idea. And my Valentine, the person who got it for me, like, literally, you know how grateful and appreciative I am and, like, shocked. I'm just very thankful for the connection that we have right now, and, like, whatever's blossoming, like, it just feels really good. I love you. Like, you're amazing. And she sent me those things on, I don't know, it was a few days before Valentine's Day. I didn't send her beats until March 21st. So it was 5 or 6 weeks after she sent me those things. I never sent her a damn thing. But she sent me that. And she also sent me like other random cute little things. She sent me the moon thing. You guys literally stop what you're doing right now. I have the sweetest girlfriend. So she's randomly like, you have a package in your package room. And I was like, oh, I do? You guys. When I tell you, I wish I would have filmed my reaction. I wish you guys could see this in person. There's like a huge glare. I'm trying to get like a good angle to show you guys. But it says 2/14/24, the moon when we became one. I love you. Oh, this is babe. Hello, Editing Lynn here. I forgot to add in this clip that she's the one who personalized this. So she chose the words. And I just think that makes it even cuter. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Isn't that the freaking cutest thing you've ever seen? And I wish I could pick it up on camera, but like the silver is silvering. It actually looks so pretty in person. Oh my god. I thought this was the sweetest thing ever and I was not expecting it. Like that is literal goals. Like thank you so much, babe. I know you're watching. I love you too. She sent me this like cute little Pikachu crocheting thing. Like she was very much like girlfriendy with me. Like we had an emotional relationship, we had a sexual relationship, like we had all of it. And I sent her one thing and it was Beats headphones. And the only reason why I did that is because she would go to the gym every single day. It was something she was super dedicated to. And she would constantly say how like my headphones aren't that great, blah, 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 blah. So they're like $90. I bought her these $90 like little earbuds, Beats. I did that because she needed them. I never sent her money. I never sent her anything. And Erica even wanted to buy me another Lego. Like the minute I told her that Lego was coming out with a Twilight Lego, she was like, let me get it for you. And I was like, I'm not sure when it's coming out. It's not out yet. Much like that way with me. So it had nothing to do with me because like, I didn't really give her anything. Does that make me bad? I don't know. I know where I did wrong in this storyline 100%. And I take full accountability. Yeah. Speaking of someone who has been cheated on, what made you continue the relationship knowing she was married? That hurts just as much as the SO cheating.
I continued the relationship because we were already in it, like really deep, and she was planning on moving here. She said that she was very unhappy in her marriage. She gave me, the typical sob story. I believed it, and I was in love with her. So it's like I wanted to believe everything she said, and I wanted her happy. Or like I thought I was in love with her at the time. Like I wanted her genuinely happy, and it's like she made me believe that like I was her happiness, and like I wanted that for her. And as crazy and twisted as this is, like I was hurt in that process. Like I tried very hard to like understand that like what we did was fucked up, like thoroughly. But I thought that she was in an open marriage. I genuinely thought that. And when I found out that she wasn't, like it hurt so much knowing that Erica lied to me for so long about so many things. Why didn't you just ask instead of making the assumption that she was in an open marriage? There was no assumptions. No assumptions at all. That's what she told me. And that's what she told me for 8 months, that she was in an open relationship. For a large quantity of that, her wife was supposed to be living with her other partner in a completely different house. Like, you guys, it went as far as Erica would tell me that they didn't even sleep in the same bed. You can like what? I would have like I said, my gut was just like screaming at me. So I would be like, okay, like this sounds hectic. You guys are canceling me. I get it. But I'd be like, okay, send me a picture of her bed. Like, prove it to me. Prove to me that you're telling me the truth, that you're in an open marriage, but you guys don't even sleep in the same bed. Prove it. And she would never do it. And when I told you guys that, we had that big discussion where I was able to ask her like all the questions. That was one of the questions. You guys don't actually sleep in separate beds, do you? You guys sleep in the same bed, don't you? And that's when she admitted that, she just lied to me. A lot of lies. Unfortunately, that conversation wasn't left with just a bunch of truths. She still kept lying. She was still choosing which things to lie about, so I would say. And it's just, I could have easily blocked you when the trolling got too far, but she didn't. She obviously got emotionally attached and or enjoyed the attention. She fell in love. I don't know why she wouldn't admit to that. Like she did, like wholeheartedly. She's even spoken to my mom, like all who I really was, and got to know like who I truly am. And somehow that makes me the bad guy. You manipulated me in the beginning, got what you wanted, and then fell in love, and I'm the bad guy. Okay. All right. Stop blaming BP and take accountability for once in your life. You knew she was a married woman. Where was your common sense? You're all at fault here. Yeah. I can do two things at once. I can know that like that I have BP, which is an issue, but also be accountable for like what I have done. So I can do both those things for sure. They were sitting there and they saw Zachary Michael's TikTok reaction of me, and Erica just looked over at her wife and was like, can I message her? And it's just like, it's because Erica wanted to talk to me, point blank period. Like Erica told me that she started to form an attraction for me like while I was with Feline. So I don't know, Zion, no victim. She told Erica to troll her. Yeah, but that troll fell in love with the Amberlynn Reed, and I don't know what to tell you about it. Like she got to know the real me, and she liked her, I guess, kind of a lot. And somehow I'm the bad guy, which yes, I shouldn't have stayed with her once I found out she was legitness, like married legitness. That's genuinely my fault. Yeah, that's actually part of her manipulation, calling me worse than an inmate. Like, Erica, I know the things I want to look at the fucking camera for this one. I know the things you've done in prison. You've told me. I know what you've done. So you want to call me worse than someone inside of prison? I need you to take a look in the mirror. And we'll just end it there. Like, what? Like, I literally can't. Like, Erica and Brittany, they're scary together. But apart, they're also fucking scary. And I'm just here fighting for myself. And yeah, there are crazy fucking things that I know that I'm not gonna sit here and ever say, but it's just like, you're gonna sit here and say you have like nudes of me? And like, you know things about like my exes, and you know things like this and that. Like, why? Like, what is the motive? Like, truly, what is the motive? Like, that's the part that's like confusing to me. I don't know. I said your name. That's it. There's millions of Ericas in the USA. So I think both of you were just like so ready to like hop on the opportunity to just like, I don't know, cancel me. And it worked. Good for you. But like, I don't know. It's just crazy. How long was it before you found out Erica was married? So for the people that are like new, I found out Erica was married. Okay, I thought she was in an open. She told me an open relationship where they were only best friends, married for financial reasons, and that her wife lived with her partner, her other partner. So Erica insinuated that she lived alone. So I thought they were in this open marriage. I think it was like a month after we started talking, and then it was I think 8 months after we started talking that I found out that she was like in a full-fledged actual marriage. So I was with her for like a month and a half, knowing that, and that's where I fucked up. What would I do differently about this relationship now? It's like everything that I know now, I would have never messaged her. I would have never responded. Like there would have been no reason. It would have been a waste of time. Because being just her friend was never an option. Because like I said, like in the beginning, like she always wanted more. She wanted to talk on the phone, and she would say how I kept her at arm's length and that I always put everyone before her. And she would ask me before we got into a relationship, like she would always ask me for like sexual videos and photos, and I didn't want to give them, and she'd be upset because I would give them to other people. And obviously, once we got into a relationship, I felt more comfortable to do that. So that's when I did start to send those types of things to her. But like she always wanted more from me, and then it's like I finally gave it to her. And how do you respond to her claims of you tracking her and being jealous of her wife? Yes, I was jealous. I was. And yes, we got Life 360, and she would track me just as much as I tracked her. Whenever I would leave my house, she would get an alert, and then she would text me, and she'd be like, "Where are you going?" And you guys, I literally have fucking screenshots of this, and I don't want to show any screenshots because I don't want that to backfire, because like I don't want her to share my personal stuff. Like I'm afraid of what she's gonna say. But like I have screenshots of her getting mad at me that like an Uber delivery driver smiled at me. Like literally fucking furious that an Uber delivery driver smiled at me and made me smile. Like, it sounds like she love bombed you. I was thinking the same thing because like for months, like she made herself seem like literally perfect. Like bought me a $400 Lego on top of like a gold-plated freaking like rose and chocolates and just all this stuff. Like a moon. Like who randomly buys someone like a moon the night when we became one? Like she was in love and she was smitten. Like I didn't ask for any of these things. Like be so fucking for real. Like Brittany, like genuinely Brittany, I know you're not gonna do it, but like you should just leave Erica. Like genuinely, like you know that I know everything, right? Or at least I hope that you know that. Like Erica will always cheat on you. She's never gonna be happy with you. Like ever. Like if she did this with Amberlynn, like she's just gonna continue doing it. Really. And something else I'm like super confused about is when I found out that so Erica's wife actually was not living with Erica when we first started talking. Well, unless that's a lie too, but this is what I was left with. So in the beginning, I was told it was because they were in an open relationship and Brittany actually lived with her partner. Well, when I found out the truth about everything, the truth, the half truth, whatever, Erica admitted to me actually Brittany was living with her parents, and I was like, why? Why was she living with her parents? That's so weird, right? Like you're in a whole ass marriage, like you just told me. Well, it turns out that Erica was caught on Facebook Messenger cheating, literally doing exactly what she was doing with me, but on Facebook Messenger with another woman. And Brittany said, I'm done. I'm gonna live with my parents, and that's when see things are not adding up.
Okay, that's pretty much the end of the live now. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions. Starting off this whole situation is a bunch of she said stuff. I think Erica and her wife is weird ass for wanting to troll Amberlynn like that. Trolling Amberlynn is one thing when you are a single person, but to troll her like that when you are married is kind of weird, especially since allegedly Erica is a cheater. Like, I get that they were haters, but that's still weird ass. Like, I know Erica's wife felt so butthurt over this situation because none of this would have happened if you and Erica didn't agree to troll Amberlynn. I know people are going to call me and say I'm an Amberlynn supporter. No, I'm not. At the end of the day, all of them was wrong. Erica and her wife were wrong for trolling Amber like that. Erica was wrong for cheating on her wife with Amberlynn, and Amberlynn is wrong for continuing that relationship knowing Erica was married. Erica 100% liked Amber because who just buys someone $400 Legos? Also, not to mention that moon pic. I find it weird how Amber said that Erica bought her multiple gifts, but it's not like for Amber to not show gifts that someone bought her, especially her girlfriend. So Erica said Amber was crazy, while Amber said Erica is the crazy one. I think they all fucking crazy. I don't trust Erica at all. You cheated on your wife with Amberlynn. You cannot be trusted. Amberlynn needs to seriously get help. People have been telling her that for the longest. If this situation and the whole Tommy situation isn't a wake-up call to Amber to take time to focus on herself first before jumping into these relationships. That's all for this video. I'm aware that Erica went live with Jordy again, but this video is already long enough. I might make another video of that. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments.